Hey everybody, my name is Karamiadarling and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a little while and I said I was gonna come at you guys with like a bunch of content because I bought all this stuff to do all of these crafts, but then I realized that if I was gonna shoot a video, I was gonna have to like do my makeup to do crafts, and so I've literally just left them to be done when I do my makeup. Today I shot a bunch of content for Instagram, so I already had a full face of makeup, so I was like, gotta shoot some YouTube videos, you know, take advantage. See if you guys can tell what princess I just finished shooting by my makeup. Comment below if you know. Let's get started. Today I'm gonna do a craft. I'm gonna be making these slippers with like rhinestone words on them. I found these online. I actually found them on like an ad on either Facebook or Instagram that was like targeting me, and I was like, rhinestone slippers, I want that. But they said the words Barbie tings, and I thought that was a really weird phrase to have on your slippers, so I was like, I don't want mine to say that. And then I found out that the ad that targeted me was actually ripping off Blinged Up, I believe that's what it is, the Instagram account. So they have slippers that say Barbie tings, which I also didn't want, but I guess that's the original idea. It came from them, so I want to credit them. But either way, I wanted my slippers to say something different, so I decided to craft them myself. So here's the supplies that we have. Slippers from Amazon. These are like rubbery slippers, and then they have fur on them. I might cut the fur down. I'll see, but this is what they look like. I will list everything below. It'll all be linked in my Amazon storefront in the description so that you guys can purchase the exact same things that I bought. I got this adhesive sheet of rhinestones. You don't have to glue them on individually, and they're really sparkly. Again, from Amazon. And then I have some Sharpies. This is gonna be an insider secret that you guys are gonna be like wowed, because I was wowed when I found this out. And then some lefty scissors, because I accidentally bought lefty scissors one time and now I use them. So there we go. Okay, so let's get started. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna eyeball it for how wide I want it on my slipper, and then I'm just gonna cut it. And then this is adhesive, so I'm gonna rip off the back, put it on there, probably once again cut this down so that it sticks a little bit nicer, and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do the words on the rhinestones without having like double rhinestones. Ooh. So let's zoom you guys in so you can get a closer look. Okay, so I repositioned you guys. Hopefully this will be a little bit better. You can kind of see my hands and see what I'm doing. Let's get started. I'm really nervous. I don't know about you guys, but I like get really nervous whenever I'm about to do something, because like, what if I fail? So I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna go at this in the middle and just kind of cut it down like that. See, I think that's already gonna be a lot better. Also, as you guys know, my cat Launchpad will more than likely be making an appearance, and by more than likely, I mean that's him in the frame right now. I don't like to put him in a room. I feel like that's not nice. He lives here just as much as I do, and he likes to be a part of the action. If something interesting is going on, he wants to see what's going on, right? So this is like working fairly well. I'm just kind of going at it just wherever I sort of am visualizing it. It's not an exact science, and hopefully it'll turn out fairly even. We shall see. And I'm gonna be cutting this down like as close to the bottom as possible, like as far as how short I'm cutting these, so that way it lays really flat on there when we glue it down or tape it down, whatever, when we adhere it, because it's just an adhesive back, and I'm not going to be adding any glue or anything like that. So I'm going to continue to cut this because it seems like it's pretty thick. So good quality slippers, Amazon. That's fun. But yeah, it seems like it goes, these hairs, the fur, is very long, and I want to get it just really short and really flat, like we are mowing a lawn. But then it'll be cute because, you know, it'll look like it's just been sort of held down with the rhinestones, and that, you know, it's coming up on either side. Ugh. I'm gonna have to vacuum this. All right, I'm gonna continue cutting this down. Possibly expand it like to be a little bit thicker, that band, you know, so that we have enough space to write on the rhinestones. We'll see, but I'm gonna do this, do the other shoe, let you know how that goes, and we will come back when I put these rhinestones on. Okay, so I cut them up so that it's flat in the middle, and I left the fur here. I might trim it a little bit, just depending on what it looks like once I'm done. Just so you know, I'm totally making this up as I go along, so we'll see if it actually works. But again, I made this like really, really flat and even, and I tried to make them as even as possible without measuring them. I think I did a pretty good job. So we're gonna shove some of this fur to the side and maybe use that for another project. I doubt it because it's just a pile of fur, but whatever. And then get the fur off of this, and I'm gonna measure kind of by eye for how wide it's gonna be, and I'm gonna make it just slightly wider than I think it has to be. And what I'm gonna do is just count the rows of rhinestones so that I know, and then I can keep across in that same row. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's make it 10. Well, let's see. We're gonna make it 9. 9 rows of rhinestones, and we're gonna cut across. A little bit tricky to get right between the 2 rows of rhinestones without taking any from one row. Little bit tricky, but you know, do your best. That's all I'm doing. And then hopefully this one strip will be enough for both shoes. It'll go all the way across. If it doesn't go all the way across both shoes, we're cutting another strip because it'll look weird if it's like half and half. Like if you have a halfway strip and then it's connected with another strip, why even do that? There's no point when you have all this excess. We're definitely gonna need, I think, to cut 2 of these strips, which is fine because we just don't want like patchwork strips. That's not gonna look cute. This is what we have so far. I'm kind of impressed. Even if we don't put any words on it, it looks really cute. So I'm gonna cut it down to size to fit right across the shoe. And then we're gonna go ahead and cut another strip and cut that down to the same size. As you can see, like, they kind of shift when you're cutting them. The rhinestones kind of shift. So just be careful, because you can see here, it got a little wonky and we lost like some of these to the other side, but you know, not the worst because that end got cut off anyway. And then again, like I said, if it is a little like uneven, the fur is really hiding all of your sins here, so you're gonna be okay. So I'm gonna cut a second strip, cut it down, and then we're gonna paste these on and get started on that wording. All right, so now I'm gonna adhere these to our slippers. Like I said, they just have a sticky back, so we're gonna peel that off. And we got a little bit, that's easy. So I want the side that got a little bit wonky to go on the inside of the shoe. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna start with one end And we're gonna line it up with that shoe, at the end of the shoe. And then, boom, straight across. I did cut it a little bit too big, so it's a little bit on the end, but you know, that looks fine. Bam, boom, bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. I love it. I'm so excited. And then we're gonna write the words on it and like, it's gonna be so cute. Let's do the other one. This is thrilling. All right, let's do the other one. Boom. And then we're gonna do just the same thing we did on the other ones. Lay it flat against the edge here. And lay it across flat. Done. Boom. Boom. That's so cute. Like, that's so cute. It looks literally exactly like, the inspiration. And this was so much cheaper, and also you can customize it to make it say whatever you want to say. So now we're getting to that part. This is a trade secret from the costumers at Disney. You guys know Disney has like the best costumes. They have some amazing secrets, and I happen to be friends with one of the costumers at Disney, and she told me that in order to get custom colored rhinestones to whatever color they want, I'm not kidding you guys, they use Sharpies. They just color the rhinestones with Sharpies. And she told me she specifically worked on Elsa's new dress that she is wearing now in the parks from Frozen 2. It has all the beautiful Swarovski crystals on it, and they're all different shades of blue. And she personally had to color them all with Sharpies. So it works, and it's durable because they, you know, do it in the parks. So that is what we're gonna do today. She also gave me a hint because, like I mentioned earlier, I get really nervous whenever I do anything. So she gave me a big hint. If you use some nail polish remover and just a cotton swab, you can erase what you did. So I decided that I want my shoes to say baby bitch because that's my nickname. So that's what I want them to say. And I'm like trying to visualize it, but honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna have to do it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I start over and it'll be fine. I did get 2 different colors of Sharpie. I wanna use the light pink, but I have a feeling that it might be too light to really like see. So I have the hot pink as a backup, but let's just get started and see. Does this Sharpie even work? Hang on. The Sharpie is like, not great. Hot pink it is. So I did try this on like just like some loose rhinestones. I didn't use pink though. I was using just whatever Sharpie I grabbed, because when she told me that this is what they do, I didn't believe her, and I literally just grabbed like the first Sharpie I could find and like some of my rhinestones, and I was just like, I have to see this for myself, because obviously it's gonna color it, but then the issue is like, is it gonna come off? No. She also told me that if you're really worried about wear and tear and like it coming off potentially, you could spray it with some hairspray and that'll do the trick. Now, I'm thinking that it might have been a better idea to have done this like not on the shoe, but I'm really bad at like visualizing how things are gonna look. So for me, it might work out a little bit better with it on the shoe, because I feel like it would not be centered, or it would be like too small or something if I wrote it and it was off the shoe. But what the difficulty that I'm having is I have to spread the fur so that I don't get it on there. I feel like my letter B, you can tell it's a letter B. You totally can. I was thinking maybe you couldn't, but I feel like you can see that that's the letter B. Wow, what a time to be alive. It also kind of looks like an 8, but you know, I feel like in context, you'll be like, that's the letter B because it's spelling a word. What I'm doing is like groups of 2 so that it's like thick. Like each line is gonna be a group of 2, except that center line on the B, I did 1 row of rhinestones to make it like clearly that center line. Know what I'm trying to say? Know what I'm trying to say? And then of course with the repeating letters, you have to make sure that they're exactly the same. So the width of it and the height, I mean, the height is obviously going to be the same, but the width has to be the same. That's a B and an A. Oh man. But you know what? I don't think it's going to be centered. Maybe it will. And then what I'm doing is I'm skipping 2 rows in between letters. You know, with math and science, I probably could have counted the rows and counted how many stones there are and really figured out how to make it even, but I'm not a math and science person, and honestly, I feel like you can tell that from this video. I'm not doing math. I'm coloring rhinestones with a Sharpie. Are you proud of me now, Mom, or what? No, I am super impressed with how these are turning out. B-A-B. Bab. That's a bab. It's not really babe, is it? Bab. I'm filling in just to make sure that like the rhinestones are entirely covered by the Sharpie. This is so cute! Okay. Okay. Whew. I feel like the rainbow sponge lady. Get it together, D. Okay, so the Y is gonna be tricky. Tricky on the Y because you have to make it like curved. And you can't make it actually curved because the rhinestones are in rows. So I think to make that illusion, I'm gonna drop 1 rhinestone like in the middle. So you have the illusion of it curving in. So it'll be like a row of 2, 2, 2, 1, and then back to 2, but get closer together. Tell me right now that doesn't say the word baby. Tell me it doesn't. Yeah, it's a little off center. It could be a little bit more this way, but what if I just did this? Wow, that says baby. That says baby 5 sure. Baby. I feel like you can't see it as well on screen. It looks a little bit fuzzy. Baby! Baby! I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself. I am impressed with this hot tip that I was given by Disney. Disney didn't give me that tip, are you kidding? But, you know, by someone that works at Disney. All right. 1 down, 1 to go. We didn't even have to use our eraser, and I'm hoping maybe we don't have to do it on the second one either, but I don't want to get too confident. I mean, obviously I can just erase it, but like, it would be super fun if I didn't have to. Ooh, girl! Ooh, girl! Oh, wait. Okay. Calm down, D. So, that had 4 letters, and this has 5. So I'll start a little bit more over. Although, well, I'm just gonna do what I want to do anyway. So we already learned how to do our B's, so that's cool. I think the toughest one here is gonna be the letter C, because that's a curved letter. Boom. Another B for the books. So then we're gonna skip 2 rows like we did before. And then for I, it's gonna be like a capital I. So I think I'm gonna do like 4 stones and then like 4 square stones, 1, 2, 3, 4, then down. So again, in between every letter, I'm skipping 2 rows of stones because then, you know, you can clearly see the separation in the letters. Oh my Lord. And they don't lose their sparkle at all when you're coloring them. Like, you know, if you painted them or something, they would lose that sparkle. These are also Swarovski. It said they were Swarovski on Amazon. I don't really know if Swarovski actually makes this like sheet, but they are really sparkly, so, you know, we're not losing any of that sparkle though when we're coloring on them. Incredible, incredible. Ooh, I'm thinking maybe the spacing on this. Oh, I'm nervous about that spacing. But we gotta keep the spacing the same. We have to keep it the same, because if we don't keep it the same, it'll look really weird, okay? So with the T, I'm doing the same thing as the I, where I'm doing like 2, and then down, and then 2 across. Makes sense to you? Makes sense to me. Ooh, it's gonna be like a happy birthday banner where you're like, ooh, squiggly, why? I don't know about this, guys. I'm doing it. Ooh, the C is turning out the worst, but we knew this would happen. We knew the C would be the worst. Squiggly H. Yo, there's like not enough room for that H. We really are gonna have to start over and shift everything a little bit this way. All right. Pulling out our eraser. Oh, what a bummer. I really thought maybe I could just really wing this all the way and it would be just fine. But everybody makes mistakes and everybody has those days. So I'll show you, though. I guess it's good because I can show you that it literally just came right off. So no harm, no foul. And if you were really like worried about it and you really were like, I don't want any residual pink whatsoever left on here, you could just rip this off and put on a new thing. So I'm not gonna do that though, because I'm not gonna waste them, but I am gonna turn this off and then just show you like the finished result once I shift everything over. Full disclosure, it took a little bit of time to get all of the residual Sharpie off and like start over, but I think that's only because I went super ham on like making sure I got every little bit covered the first time, and then I had to take all that off. So, you know, that's okay. But it did all come off just fine. Another thing, a pro tip, is to just use a bunch of Q-tips instead of like trying to save on Q-tips, because once you use the Q-tip, you know, it'll get the Sharpie on it and then you're kind of moving that like residual ink around, so you don't want to do that because then it'll just kind of take you longer. Right now I'm just going through and I'm kind of filling in the little, you know, spots and edges that maybe didn't get completely done. And I might even go back and clean up some spots and edges that I touched a little bit with the Sharpie that I shouldn't have, you know, so that we have nice, clear, clean lines and we know what it says. This is gonna be like a back and forth kind of thing of cleaning and then oops, I touched it a little bit too much, and then going back and cleaning, and then oops, I cleaned too much. So if you get what I'm trying to say, it's gonna be a little bit of back and forth. But see, you get a little bit of that color on there and you don't want that to spread around, so just use a new Q-tip. You can afford it. and I don't think there was a shortage on Q-tips, so we should be fine. And I think we're done. So this is the finished product. They say, baby bitch. Like, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, I love them so much. And if one day I decide, hey, that's inappropriate, I can change it and they can say baby girl. I can just rip this off and put on a new one because I have all this extra. This was such a quick and easy craft. It honestly took me less than 30 minutes to do this, and they look so cute and they look just like the ones online, and they were much cheaper to make and, you know, customizable. And I just really like how they turned out. So I hope you guys like how they turned out. Again, I'm gonna leave all of the supplies in the description below. It was all from Amazon, so you can order them in quarantine. You could do it in quarantine and have fun and have something to do, and you can customize them and, you know, let them say whatever you want. They could say your name or something else. Let me know what you guys would have your custom slippers say in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you guys can see all my new videos. Again, I have so much stuff that I want to do, and I will put on makeup so that I can do it for you, I promise. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram for more content. I post every day and I'm always in my stories, and you guys can hop on there and chat with me. And thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.